These 5 flight paths prove that the Earth cannot be a globe. All right, this is Wellington to Mexico City, and it stops in Los Angeles. And here's exactly what that looks like on the globe model. Why not just go straight? It's actually shorter than going just to Los Angeles. Literally makes 0 sense. Here we have the flat Earth model, Wellington to Los Angeles, straight path, and then down to Mexico City. All right, Wellington to Lima, stops in Los Angeles. This is what it looks like on the globe. Again, goes all the way to Los Angeles and all the way down to Lima. Go check this yourself. You can literally look these flights up yourself. This is exactly what it does. Why wouldn't it just go straight across? Then we have the flat Earth map, Wellington to Los Angeles to Lima, Peru. Makes a little bit more sense, eh? All right, here's Sydney, Australia to Lima, Peru. Stops in Los Angeles. Sydney, all the way up to Los Angeles, all the way over to Lima. Why not just go straight across? Oh wait, it's because the globe is a lie. Sydney to Los Angeles, all the way to Lima, Peru. And we have Buenos Aires to New Delhi, and it stops in Amsterdam. So Argentina, all the way up to Amsterdam, all the way over to India. Why not stop somewhere here? I don't get it. Oh wait, now I get it. Argentina stops in Amsterdam and all the way up to India. Science. And here's the last one, Auckland to Lima, Peru, and it stops in Los Angeles. Here we have Auckland, and then we have Lima, and we have Los Angeles. Just felt like wasting gas and time because that's what businesses do. Here we go. Auckland to Los Angeles, all the way to Lima, Peru. Let me just leave you with this. You know the United Nations, the people that control everything and lie to you, the 33rd degree Freemasons? This is their logo. This is a flat Earth map. There's also 33 sections in their logo, marking 33 degrees to Freemasonry because they're all high-ranking Freemasons that control humanity and lie about where we are and what the earthly plane is. And they laugh right in your face at all the peons that believe in the globe defying all laws of physics. Now, I always say the truth will set you free, and that couldn't be any more accurate. Believing their lies will keep you in slavery, will keep you in bondage. You need to look within for the real answer. And breaking news from CNN, the Earth is flat. The Branson space plane is gliding back to Earth 50 miles up. They forgot their fisheye lens, guys. Take a look. How many times have you seen NASA this high up with the big arch from their fisheye lens? It's all CGI anyways, they're not that high. But thanks for letting us know.
I can just keep going all day, bro. Look at this. Specific steps, software base. The aircraft is placed on a level surface, flat surface. A calibration sequence is initiated through the flight management system. Some call it Q, ground control, mission planner. The system prompts the pilot to rotate the aircraft to different orientations. Level, right side, left side, nose down, nose up. The gyroscope's output is recorded at each orientation. It's not hard, dude. Sorry.
No TikTok, I'm not driving. It's just this video that plays constantly in the background. I'm here to help wake you up. I don't care anymore what people think about me. But this might help you start questioning this reality and wonder if they're deceiving us. We're being deceived, and you have to let go of your ego and do your own research and realize you're going to go down the rabbit hole and be like, oh my God, there's so much deception that you can't even fathom it. But the other night, or the other day, whatever, we heard on the news that it was going to be a shorter day. It's Northeast America. I don't know where else. I mean, obviously, it was a short day everywhere else, but so we're in the summertime. So what I'm saying is they're longer days, and they're saying it's going to be the shortest day because the Earth was spinning faster. How much faster was the Earth spinning? And how do you know that the Earth was spinning? I forgot to mention one thing. The Earth is flat.
Faking the Apollo moon landings. Kubrick was persuaded using a carrot and stick approach. If he helped fake the landings, he would have artistic freedom and financial support for his future films. That's the carrot. The stick was blackmail.
No one knows how the powers that be convinced Kubrick to direct the Apollo landings. Maybe they had compromised Kubrick in some way. The fact that his brother, Raoul Kubrick, was the head of the American Communist Party may have been one of the avenues pursued by the government to get Stanley to cooperate.
So a deal was made in 1964. Kubrick was given 3 years to complete 2001 in order to test the filmmaking technology necessary to make the moon landings appear believable. To assist him, he had access to several NASA experts and the use of a special 50mm lens made specifically for the Apollo program.
Originally was a lens manufactured, designed, developed, and manufactured by Zeiss for NASA.
So how did he do it? Without the use of CGI, Kubrick perfected a new kind of visual effect called front screen projection. Experimentation with front screen projection began in 1949, shortly after the invention of Scotchlight, a material used for screens in movie theaters. Scotchlight is cloth embedded with millions of tiny glass beads that have high reflectivity. Due to the sensitivity of Scotchlight, a minimal amount of light is required. This means that actors can stand in front of the projection without it being visible on their bodies or clothing. Front screen projection was so convincing that many people think the Dawn of Man sequences in 2001 were actually shot on location. They weren't. Almost all that part of 2001 was shot in a studio with actors on sets. If you look closely at Apollo photographs of the moon, you can see a line where the fake moon set ends and the front projection screen begins. At that line, the texture of the lunar surface changes dramatically.
Please note how everything is in focus, from the rocks and pebbles close to the camera, all the way to the crystal clear mountain behind the astronaut. There is a stark difference in ground texture between the set and what is being projected onto the screen. You can almost count the number of small rocks and the granularity of the ground that is clearly seen on the set. Once we get to the screen on the other side of my line, this granularity disappears. The little pebbles and dust just seem to disappear behind my line.
Here in this photo of your American heroes, these astronauts, they're shown not wearing their helmets in this picture. Looks like the moon that they're on here, right? Well, thanks to the fact checkers, they clear it all up for us and they explain that the photo is authentic, but not taken on the surface of the moon. Which coincidentally enough, they took this just a few weeks before they allegedly went on the moon for Apollo 16 for a training exercise. You really gotta ask yourself, when they can generate images like this that look an awful lot like these guys are on the moon, it makes you wonder and question if this whole thing really could be staged, whether it was or not. Could it have been staged? But thanks to the fact checkers, they cleared all this up, you guys. Just a couple months after they staged this picture, they went ahead and went to the moon where they wore their helmets.
Absolutely amazing. A map, just what I needed. Decorative use only. Extremely peculiar. Absolutely amazing. A map, just what I needed. Decorative use only. Extremely peculiar. Absolutely amazing. A map, just what I needed. Decorative use only. Extremely peculiar.
Hey, TikTok. Have you guys seen that the Three Gorges Dam, China says, has been shown to cause the slowing of the Earth's rotation? Well, us in the truth community, or flat earthers, find that hilarious. Now, just to fill you in, right, why do we not feel the Earth's motion? Well, it's because we are all moving. The planet, everything, ocean, atmosphere rotate at the same constant speed as the Earth, meaning that we have to be in a constant speed. Otherwise, if there were any changes, we would feel it. Duh. Now, just for proof, it says, imagine standing on a smooth and perfectly balanced carousel that rotates at a constant speed. You wouldn't feel the movement because you're moving with the carousel, of course, But if the carousel was to suddenly speed up or slow down at all, you would definitely feel the change in motion. That's where the problem lies. You see, you can't have it both ways. We cannot be told that the only reason we cannot feel and or measure Earth's motion is due to the fact that, well, everything's constant. So, of course, well, duh, you can't feel it. We're told that the Three Gorges Dam has been shown to cause a slight slowing of the Earth's rotation. Any slowing or speeding up, and you would remember the definitely feel the change of speed. Meaning, if we were to slow down at all, we would be thrown into the void or vacuum of space due to their own heliocentric logic and or physics. Facts. So we already have a big problem. The only reason we don't feel motion is due to a constant circular motion, right? Because obviously an elliptical pattern is not constant motion. So we already have the news, media, everyone, science, everyone saying that, hey man, the Three Gorges Dam is now slowing down the speed. That's problem number one. If that was true, we would fly off the Earth. We know that, right? Problem number two, before we even get to the Gorges Dam. The Earth's orbit around the sun is elliptical. Wait, whoa! Not circular. While it's nearly circular, it's not a perfect circle, and the slight elongation of the orbit is called a... Oh, wait, so hold on. I'm curious. We can only feel constant motion in a perfect circle, but the Earth's orbit isn't elliptical. It sounds like they're making up cool words for the fact that things aren't mathing, right? The math isn't mathing. Now listen, man, don't just take me for it, right? Don't ask me, right? Elliptical is constant. It could be. Are you sure? No, an elliptical pattern is not considered constant motion. We can stop there, but we'll go. While an elliptical orbit has a constant size, shape, and orientation, the object's speed and direction are constantly changing as it moves along. Except the planets, for example, the sun and the elliptical path varies. A little propaganda at the end, huh? Always got to throw that in there. But I'll let you be the judge. You tell me, do you believe in Google and government or science and provable facts?
Nixon called the moon on a landline. He called them up and they answered straight away. They didn't have mobile phones back then, and they had to make notes with paper and a pen. But the landline worked and there wasn't a delay. Oh, they passed through radiation fire. They didn't conspire, so don't inquire. They didn't wear wires and they're not liars. They wore the attire, they're not actors for hire. Oh, they passed through radiation fire in a craft that looked like a tumble dryer. But they didn't wear wires and they're not liars. So just believe what I say. conspire, so don't inquire. They didn't wear wires and they're not liars. They wore the attire, they're not actors for hire. They passed through radiation fire in a craft that looked like a tumble dryer. But they didn't wear wires and they're not liars. So just believe what I say. Now if you got a problem with all that, then you probably think the earth is flat. You don't understand science, you believe in giants, and it's just more conspiracies. Oh, they passed the radiation fire, they didn't conspire, so don't inquire. They didn't wear wires and they're not liars. They wore the attire, they're not actors for hire. They passed the radiation fire in a craft that looked like a tumble dryer. But they didn't wear wires and they're not liars. So just believe what I say.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.